Boom, boom, boom. I did it right. Maybe I did it right. Maybe I did it wrong. Who knows? I don't. Lots of transition. Ah, there we go. Still motion. Didn't tear them up too bad. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party. We're back on this condition again from yesterday. Those of you that didn't see yesterday's video, what we did was put the RPI pattern out. 43 feet, 30 mil. I bowled a good six and a half games or so on this pattern yesterday on this lane. Tore them up a little bit, used all kinds of different condition balls, some solids, some pearls, some hybrids, all the way to the outside, all the way to the inside. And then my intentions was to leave the lanes that way and then use them again today. But we got so busy in the center yesterday that we had to give the lanes away for open bowling. So there were some open bowlers here too. I threw a few shots now. Doesn't look like the lanes are too beat up too much, but I drilled a wolverine specifically for this type of condition. So I wanted to throw shots, get shots on the lane, see it transition, and then try and see if there's a big difference between my Zen dart code and then see what this wolverine can actually do as well. So I guess I should be making sure everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Y'all got me? Can you hear me? All right, Chad says we're good. All right, we are good. Solid. All right, thanks, y'all. All right, so lots of transition on this. I've only thrown 3 or 4 shots, but there's plenty of motion still. It's not bad. They must not have been using a bunch of house balls or something. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Right. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe this pattern is just a little bit different for that type of thing too. I don't know. But this should work out. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? It's a good looking ball. It's it's a higher RG, high diff. So it's like 053. It flares a bunch. Yeah, the core's not trying to pick up early, but it flares a bunch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm looking. That's what I'm trying to see. And now I've got these 3 balls out because that's what I was trying to do yesterday. I wanted to throw shots on it, get a bunch of games on it, let it sit, and let it kind of develop some transition. So then later in the day, when you get into this, I want to be able to make sure there's a difference between these 3 balls, which I've always seen a difference, but these are the new ones. So I got to get some games on the new ones. And I haven't thrown this Wolverine yet. So let's see it go down the lane. Please don't go straight. Don't disappoint me. Well, it didn't boomerang. I mean, I got it right from where I wanted it, but yeah. Well, I threw it right. Well, it's flaring. She's flaring. See what happens when we keep her in the oil. I don't know. Right. I don't know. Okay, so that's not really doing it either. So they're just super tight in there. Go. Nobody's here. You can go. Go on. You don't need me to go with you. Well, you don't need to go in there. Go in the regular bathroom. Let's go. Well, I guess I have to try throwing everything to the right and see which ones actually make the corner. I don't have to worry about that ball. That ball always makes a corner. That ball's stupid. Wolverine is a United States ball. Oh, that was awful. Awful, awful, awful. I had no chance. All right. It's going.
It's still transitioned real early.
Yeah, and I don't like the orange label on it. Because the high RG balls already kind of tumble. They don't rev up. So they make my rev rate look super low. So I'm gonna color in.
Hey, I'm glad you're not the only one.
I don't like that. That's better. It's certainly not what I expected though. Especially since I put a lower third number on it with a taller pen.
It's still about 13, 14 feet when it starts to flare. Because I can see your positive X.
Yeah.
See, now it's about 10 feet farther.
Yeah, that's just cleaner.
Yeah.
And that's weird. I would expect the Wolverine to be cleaner. It's supposed to be. That's a new one, yeah.
I think that's just the circle. I guess we go down for the other one.
Yeah, I moved a bunch to the right. See if there's just a trap area there with all kinds of friction or something. I was throwing quite a few shots from in there yesterday too. You went to the bowling bathroom? Good job. Good job. See, I told you could do it. Yeah. Let's see here. It might be, I mean, I always forget too that a lot of these bowling balls are just, they need games on them to break the cover in. Otherwise, that fresh cover is just, yeah. Sometimes it's either too clean and never responsive, or it's too responsive too early because of the fresh cover. This one seems like it's too responsive too quick, which is making it look like it's not responsive downline. We'll get one in a little bit, bud. So I might be able to just open the angle up and see what happens. I see that still saw it early, but didn't recover. Yeah, just keep throwing it. Hopefully it's one of those balls that gets better. That's what the Zen did to me. And the dark code, really. See, that one looked like it picked up more down lane. That one looked like it started to get going. Don't touch, bud. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it needs some games on it, because now it looks like it's trying to starting to get up and go. Yeah. Put a little oil on it, get it smudged around. Okay. Okay, in a minute. All right, so sorry, I was talking to the owner of the center. He was running the patterns and stuff for me, looking at ball reaction. He's a bowler himself. He doesn't. He throws it pretty good. I think that same with the Zen and the Dark Code. The Zen and the Dark Code just get better the more games you get on them. Obviously not past a certain point, but once you get, 3-4 games on them, I think the shell breaks and you start seeing some good ball reaction. So, and I think I'm seeing the same thing out of the Wolverine, because each time I throw it, it seems to be getting a little bit cleaner and a little bit sharper down lane, which is good. Just like that. That's what I'm looking for. Because it wasn't doing that to start. My first, 10 shots or so, it almost looked like it was just hooking early and bailing, being too smooth down lane, which was exactly my first impressions with the Dark Code there for a while. Go a few more left here. See if it gets around the corner. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You're making an awful lot of noise, boy. You're going to make people think I'm a bad parent again because I can't keep you under control, according to some people. Yeah, I know. I'm still talking about that. We got a good chuckle out of that last night. Me and Greg. It was funny. People are silly. But all right, yeah. So first impressions of this Wolverine, I was like, poop. Not good. Now, I've got, I don't know, 10, 12 shots on it. It's starting to look better. Starting to look a lot better. Now it's really starting to come around the corner. Starting to pick up, do the right thing. So we'll go to the Zen. Zen should be just a pinch smoother. Shouldn't pick up as much as that. At least that's the intentions of it. Oh, it's left. And it's earlier. Zen's definitely earlier, which is to be expected. We already knew Zen was earlier than most Pearl balls. So, watch out, bud. Throw that again and not throw it like a dingus. But the earlier roll of this ball, of the Zen, is what makes it a little bit smoother down lane. That's why we want that difference. Get it going in the right direction. Yeah, see how early that was? The Wolverine floated through there. That one really picked up. What are you doing, dude? Where'd this ball come from? Oh, it must have been stuck back there when they turned the lanes on. All right, so again, let me go back to the Wolverine in that spot and watch it float through there, hopefully. Yeah, much better. See, I do know what I'm doing. That ball was meant to be cleaner and have some back end. You want to go put that ball away for me, bud? Go find somewhere to put it. All right, so then if we throw the dart code there, dart code should be earlier too. Same type of back end motion as the Wolverine, but earlier. Earlier than the Wolverine, I would think. So I'm throwing that same spot. See if this makes it through there. Yeah. Okay, we've got it figured out. So that was a little cleaner than the Zen. Same back end motion as the Wolverine. So if I go, so from there I would have to be, let's call it 4 more left. We'll go 4 and 2 with the dart code, see if that's enough. Yeah, I didn't get it far enough right. I jammed it in. Jammed it in and it was probably a little fast. But I probably needed to make it a 5 and 2. I gotta open my angle up just a little bit more, so I'm gonna move the extra board. Move the extra board, look at the same target. It's gonna make about a 2 board change down lane. Just like that. Holy cow, that picked up. Yeah, so see, that's the big difference, and that's where these balls come into play. In a different area. You see, I keep it in the oil, it doesn't quite want to pick up. It doesn't want to quite go through the pins, so, but then I throw it out to the dry, it wants to overhook. And I think that's why the Wolverine comes into play right there. While he's doing that, let's take a look at some comments. Yeah, the definitely starting to see much better motion out of this Wolverine. So, and you can see it's cleaner than the dart code in that Zen. Wolverine got through that spot where the Zen and the Dark Code picked up early and went left. So, but those can trick you. You got to be careful with stuff like that. Because that doesn't necessarily mean, okay, the Dark Code and the Zen starting to hook too much, automatically go to the Wolverine. Sometimes you got to keep chasing it left. And then sometimes you don't. Like just right now. This is the time when I would be staying further right with the Wolverine until I see even more transition, a little bit more hang. Then I could go further left to create the proper angle. Because right now, you saw when I went left with the Dark Code, if I got it in, it didn't strike. If I got it right, it hooked early. So I'll show you what should happen is if I go to where I just threw that Dark Code with the Wolverine, it might still strike, but it's probably going to be light swish or 2-pin because it'll be so much cleaner than the Dark Code. Well, buddy. I know, you've asked 3 times now, and I told you as soon as we're done here, we'll go get one, okay? Just got to be patient. Just hold on. All right, so let's throw. We're going to get in the same spot and see what happens when I throw the Wolverine there. Well, actually, it saw the dry too. You can see it tried to pick it up, and it just got going. So where the Dark Code overhooked again. Well, they do now? Okay, we'll get some as soon as we're done here. So that must just be a burn patch or something. So let me try the Dark Code again. I might maybe I needed to move a whole zone, not just a small move. So we'll go 4 more left, which will complete a zone. Let's just go 4. I'm just going to go 4 and 2 again. So that makes it 9 and 4. That ought to do it. So now that actually picks up. A little later on the head pin, but we could always slow down if we really wanted to.
All the way down there, all the way right there, right there, right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know where to put one.
That's okay.
They're all not empty.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're not like just empty places.
So let's see what the Zen does there now, because the Zen's a little bit earlier, but smoother. Maybe the Zen will be high flush from there. I don't know. That's why we're testing. This is how you learn. All right. Yeah, so a little bit earlier, a little smoother. But because it's a little earlier, it gets up into the pocket. Now, I don't know if I like that, because that's a fraction of an inch away from a wrap 10. Real close to a wrap 10 there. Oh, I just popped and saw that question. Jacob, Dark Code and Altered. You know what? Honestly, I'm starting to notice that the Dark Code is real close to being able to keep up with the Altered. The one different, what I would say is the Dark Code is weaker. The Dark Code is cleaner and weaker overall by about probably, let's call it a perfect 2 and 2. You know, or let's maybe a 2 and 1 as far as a move goes. The Altered is a little earlier and a little more overall bowling ball, but I can create really similar shapes with both balls. So that's why I love the combination. Like now if this Wolverine works out how I'm thinking, my 4-ball pearl combination is pretty sick. Between the Dark Code, the Zen, this Wolverine, and then the Altered Reality, I'd be pretty well set up there. So all right, so now let's see if my prediction is correct or if this Wolverine is just that powerful down lane. I would think that the Wolverine should 2-pin or so from where the Dark Code and the Zen just struck. You never know. Hey, you, where are you going? Where are you going? Sheesh. You teach these machines some respect and some lane courtesy here. It's heavier than me. It'll beat me up. Oh, that's pretty much exactly what I said. So I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. That's good to know. I'm just dumb. There's a difference between being stupid and dumb. Best ball on the rack, Purple Hammer. You ain't lying. You not lying at all. That's why that ball's going with me, even though we're bowling on, high volume pattern like this. All right. Can I make a spare? Why does this thumb feel weird? Feels crooked. Nailed it. So it was qualifier all the way through the season.
Right.
So top, it ended up being, it's going to end up being like the top 20 in points or so
Okay.
in each region. There's probably going to be,
regional players only?
yeah, PBA members, regional PBA members.
Okay.
Top 5 in points got your entry and your room paid for. So I got that, which was cool. And it's just big added money, basically the biggest regional of the year. It's 20 grand to win. They used to do it all the time.
No.
Was it unlocked?
No.
Oh,
Where's my target?
I got your Target gift card. It's in the car. It's in the truck. I think that was there before we got here. I noticed something. I forgot to look at it, though. I think that was there before we got here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to throw the Wolverine in that. What, buddy?
Where's my sucker?
In my coat pocket. Left coat pocket over there. All right, same spot. I'm just going to slow down. What we're hoping for here is we don't want the Wolverine to then hook early. We want it to still get there. We just want the little bit less speed to now get it back into the pocket. Just like that, but it's still a little bit late. Still really cool, though. It's doing exactly what I'm expecting. So that is good news. So in reality, from there, now I'm starting to get to where I like to be after I shoot the spare. I need some practice on spares. Make sure I know what I'm doing. You got it? Okay. Did you open it? You gonna eat it or are you gonna save it?
I'm gonna save it.
Okay. So now that I'm in a spot, I like to slow down and I like to throw it to the right. Now. I didn't never used to, but now I do. So now from there, I'll actually move left. I know everybody's gonna be like, but you just 10-pinned and your ball's having a hard time coming up. Why would you move left? Well, now I can create a little bit more angle and I can slow down just a pinch more. And hopefully we create that strong down lane reaction. Or we get the light swish. So now I wonder if I get that left, does that sit there? And will it be high flush? Or will it half 10 or flat 10? We're going to throw a few shots there just to see what it does. These are the things you guys have to do when you practice. Pay attention to these types of things because you got to get to know your bowling balls. What do they do in certain situations? What do they do, on certain moves? Because this is the difference, this could be the difference between making a cut and missing a cut. Or it could be the difference between winning a match or losing a match. Making specific moves in certain times that, are ball changes. Rather than sit there and just flat 10 because you're controlling the pocket. Sometimes you got to actually make the move to do the right thing. I'm going to try that again. I'm going to keep throwing a few shots right there, see what happens. You got that one a little further right. Yeah, see? So that's what we're looking for. So that one, I got it a little further right, and it overhooked. We're not listening to any songs right now, bud. So that right there tells me I got to go left again, and I can keep my angle open. Because now they're starting to get what we call clipped. Oil in the middle, dryer to the right, and you use it to your advantage. So I'm going to go 1 and 1 left. So I'm just tightening my angle up just a little bit now, staying slow. So now I have the miss room to the right and left. Just like that. A few more shots there. Yes, sir, Venomic. In league, maybe you can ball down and stay where you're at or move right. You can't do that on tournament conditions because we're talking about professionals using big, strong balls to the right, creating all kinds of dry and all this oil being built up in the middle. And if you stay right and just keep balling down, you're giving up power, you're giving up hitting power. Now you're taking away your miss room. And when you've got guys that keep moving left with bigger, stronger balls, and they have miss room right and miss room left, like I'm showing you right now, what in the world? But you don't want to battle against that. You don't want to stay right trying to be perfect with a weaker ball to the right. That doesn't make any sense. You're giving up a ton of pins doing that. And it's like all the people that watch the old US Open shows and they say, why are these guys way left lofting it over the cap? Why wouldn't they just move right where all the oil is and play there? Because then you have zero miss room and you're going to shoot 160 every game. It doesn't make sense to do that. All right, let's try that again. Where was I here? 1, 2, 3, right there. Ooh, will that get through it? Yeah, see, exactly. That was my point exactly right there. I just missed about a board to the left, which creates about 2 boards missed down lane. Hold on, buddy. And that sat there and held because I'm in the oil. And if I get it to the right, I created that. You see all that hook to the right, it creates the room to the right. If I get on top of it and I throw it to the right into the dry, it's going to overhook, even with the weak ball. And if I miss left, it's going to overhook and it's going to slip. It's not going to strike because I'm playing in the dirt. That would make no sense. On a house shot, it's a little different because you got built-in ramps. You got built-in hook to the right and built-in hold to the left. These patterns are flattered. It doesn't get created until now, and it gets created in the middle of the lane, not to the right. That's why you see me doing what I'm doing right now. Test my boundaries. So I hope, and that's not me yelling at you, by the way. That's just me explaining. I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Yeah, sir. That's I understand what you're saying. Some people can't quite, they can't keep moving left because their game is so adapted to playing that specific spot. So it's easier for them to just ball down and go that way. And it's because of, lack of hand position, lack of ability to get into a stronger position and get your ball to continue and do the right things down lane. So that's why I work really hard to create different hand positions, to be able to play all parts of the lane, to be able to play up the gutter if I want, to be able to play fifth arrow and further left if I want, because there's going to be times, all the time, when you have to be able to do it all, and you have to be able to get your hand into those positions, weak and strong, to do it. And that's not me bashing on anybody. That's just telling you what I'm working on. Those are the things that I always focus on. That's what gets me better. That's what's gotten me to where I want to be. Always could be better, but that's why we keep working. That's why I'm always out here. You put the time in. Most important thing is understanding ball motion. Once you get your physical game to where you want it to be, and you can repeat, and you have the ability to do whatever you want, then it's just about understanding your bowling balls. What are they going to do from shot to shot? What's going to happen if I make this move versus that move? It's a chess game. We're not playing checkers, it's chess. All right, where am I at? 11, 12, 14. Right here. All right, there's 2 after there. I'll see what that dark code does there. And I'm going to have to move a couple left. See what the dark code does. Okay, not quite there. So I can circle my hand around that a little bit more to get the dark code to do what I want. No, I haven't thrown the big shim, John. Not yet. All right, we're going to try this again. Because now we're in that flood of oil. So I should be able to slow down with the dark code and get her to do what I want. Woo, that really got going. Guess you don't want to slow down that much. They're still pretty flat in the middle. All right, shoot a spare. All right. So what's the better option? The dark code wants to hook from there. See what the Zen does. Zen should be good from that spot. That's left. Left in the oil. You can definitely see a big difference between Zen and dark code. Zen's a little lazier down lane. Started speaking some truth and lost some viewers. People don't like that stuff. They want sugarcoat. Just watching Pastor Flowers. I don't know if anybody watches that or anybody really cares about Christianity or anything, but there's a guy I watch, Pastor Flowers Jr., I think it is. And he starts talking about people and their own problems and stuff, and he's sitting there saying, like, I can sit here and preach all the, powerful positivity, this and that, and tell you that, you're doing all the right things and everything's going to be okay. But what good would that do? You won't learn anything that way. Well, yeah, you're right. We're here to learn. You got to have your dose of positivity. Everything needs to be positive, but you take the issues you have, you make them better, and you figure out how to make them better, and then you turn them into positive. That ought to do it. Yeah, that's where the dark code looks good. So that's that same spot where I just threw that Zen and it was lazy. Ouch, would you stop? That hurts. All right, keep flipping around. Throw the Wolverine in there a little bit now. See if it can keep up. Definitely have to slow down now. Slow down just right. I can play that same angle with the dark code. I just have to slow down with that Wolverine. Can't throw it as hard. Even if it's just, 0.3 of a mile an hour is what makes the difference. We're not talking about, mile an hour change, 2 mile an hour change. That's not what we're looking for. Now let's test the open angles and see See what we get out of them. I'm going to stay in the same spot, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to look further right. See if the wolverine gets around the corner. It did, but didn't want to. It used up all its energy beforehand. Oh, here's that test. Let's see if we can do it. We're going up the lane. I love doing that. That's how you know you're sharp, folks. If you can do that, then you know you're in pretty good shape. All right. So Wolverine didn't get around the corner from there. I'm willing to bet that the dart code will, because the dart code doesn't quit on me. Yes, it hooks early. There you go. That ball's so stupid. That ball's ridiculous. That ball's amazing. That ball's bailed me.
But you don't like the high road.
I hate the high road.
It's the same ball with a different cover.
It's not the high road core. Is it?
Yeah.
Shut up. No, it's not.
Or whatever it is, it's the same core.
Same core, same cover.
Same core.
Like you're lying to me, because the high road's symmetrical. You're thinking of a different ball.
I mean, I'm thinking of a different ball. That's an ASEM ball?
This is an ASEM.
Oh, there you go. Then I'm up.
I was going to say, because there's no way I would ever like a high road. All of them I've never liked. Now I'm curious which ball you're talking about. All right, let's try it again. See what this one does. It's a little left. That's the only issue there is when you're trying to do that. Throwing it into the dirt. She wants to overhook sometimes. Yes, Nick Babin, you are correct. Nobody likes being called out on it. That's okay. I'm not calling anybody out on anything. I'm just trying to make sure people understand the difference in things. That's all. I'm here to educate. I'm not here to lecture people. Oh. Whew. Got lucky. Got lucky. Thought I missed it. I was going to say, oh, that's another hour of practice. I just missed a spare. All right, we're going to. I know, but I heard you the last couple of times.
I said.
But you're learning patience. We're going to be patient. We'll get you on when we're done.
No, I said I would want to get back in there.
I know. We still got a minute, though. Dad's got to get work done. And then we'll get you a snack. Yeah. All right. Let's try with the Zen in that spot. See what it does. That's pretty nice. So Zen blends that out a little bit more. Dark Code wants to overhook on it. Zen's a little blendy because of the earlier roll. Just got to keep these things in mind. Go a few more left. Slow down a little bit. I almost slowed down too much. Good ball down from the Zen is probably the Wolverine. It's just a little cleaner. It might be a little sharper down lane, but overall it's less bowling ball. I'm gonna try and throw this in that same spot. I got the Wolverine in my hand. See if the Wolverine gets around that corner now from where the Zen just struck. See, it's a little sharper. Now we got some games on it. Starting to really pick up the back part of the lane. Told Greg I was going to be here at 1 to practice. Oh, I'll be there. I'll come practice with you. Uh-oh. I don't know. That ain't me. I broke it at it. Ruh-roh, Raggy. All right. Yes, Zen's down from the dark code for me. Zen's earlier than the dark code. The Zen's overall more bowling ball. Trend 2 was too early and smooth. Didn't have enough rev rate to be able to go around the lane enough, and it picked up too early to go straighter. Matty B, short pin versus urethane. Short pins are too clean. That's the problem. Because the idea behind urethane is to get the ball to read early. You want it to read early and be smooth. A lot of times you can, especially on fresh conditions, you can still get a short pin ball to pop down lane. You know, so they still give you that over under. And actually, most times they give you more over under. So, because you can't get to read early enough, and if you put a bunch of friction or a bunch of surface on the ball, generally it makes it too early because it's now on that much friction on a reactive ball, creates a lot of friction, and it's not a gradual thing like the urethanes are. Flatty 2x4 can't fit through the kitchen door. Oh, you can try on this pattern. It's a league pattern.
What?
It's just a league pattern.
Until you miss.
It's easy. Yeah, until you miss. That's what they all are until you miss. That's what the Wolverine does straight. Maybe it'll be nice and clean. Or a little straighter. Oh, baby. It's almost flat time. We might be able to kick it out of there earlier. Oh, get 6. Shut it down just to pinch and it overhooks. Well, I guess we got to go to the gutter. See if 1-2 hooks. Oh, it hooks.
Yeah, that's about 25 feet.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It hooked early. All right. I guess we're busting out the fudge knuckler. Got to bust out the fudge knuckler. Oh, not enough fudge. Not enough fudge.
Came up and sat, and then it went again. Those are tough lanes to play.
Maybe we can go further right and be okay.
Can't go much further right.
Yeah, I can. Oh, we can go further right. Oh, didn't want to pick up. Okay, now I can get rid of the fudge knuckler because it doesn't want to hook from there. You want to go bull for me out there? Oh, that one picked up immediately. There ain't no play in the gutter. The urethane will hook too early. I could probably get super fast with it. This will be fun to go back and watch. Yeah. How do I want to make this? I think I'm going to shoot at the 4.7, see if we can't get it in between the 6 and the 10. Oh, that was awful. Oh.
Let's see Greg play that. Let's see Greg play this.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't know what right of 5 is. I'm sure Greg will probably say, he's probably that guy that'd be like, oh, I could play the ditch, and then he'll throw it at like 7. I know so many people that say that. Like, no, move your feet right. Set the ball down on like 2-3. All right, one more try out there. See if I can amp it up a little bit. There it is. Oh, come on. See, this is why Duke isn't any good anymore. Kidding. I know it. That guy's sick.
He still throws man weight.
He's one of like 3 guys out there that actually does.
Problem is, where do I go after that doesn't do it?
Right.
Well, I go to the next turn.
You know, that's a good point. There's a reason why nobody plays the gutter anymore, because there's no center in the world where you can.
Right.
All the leak patterns, there's no royal right of 10.
Yeah, no, it's instant. Look at that pattern.
Yeah.
That's a 6-1 pattern. I can see it all the way up to 11.
Maybe the Zen will smooth it out there.
Yeah, that's good.
Nope. It didn't hook at all.
We didn't turn it.
Wow.
I bet you we turned it a little bit bad.
But I'm scared.
I don't think
No.
I've ever hooked about that.
Yeah. Ball's tough in this building. Oh, wow, that hooked. Whoops.
Let's get 10. Didn't the pin go into the wall?
Yeah, and it bounced back out. She bounced out. All right, I'll just move one right. Oh, yeah. I didn't get that one as far right, but.
No, but it did hook as soon as you put it on.
Right. There ain't no playing out there. No, even then.
Depends on whether it's a year thing. 43 feet. So, what's the format?
I don't even know. I haven't even looked at how many games we're bowling or anything. Not a clue.
South Point?
South Point, yep. All right, let's try to go back in the traffic.
All I know is I can hook it on 43 feet on the other side. That's all that
All right. Probably should take a couple more shots at my wolverine and be done for the day. Well, it's really good in there. It's just that much cleaner than the dark code in the Zen for me. It's about 5 feet cleaner than the Zen and 3 feet cleaner than the dark code. Foul. I didn't do it that time. Uh-oh. Whoops. I am feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good today. I got that awful form, you know. Gotta keep that in my mind. People that told me my form is awful. I love it. Greg rubs it in all the time. It's because you got awful form. Ooh, that one floated. Oh, it's, yeah, I was just saying, it's 5 feet cleaner than the Zen and 3 feet cleaner than the dark code. Yeah, out of the box, it was earlier than both of them. I don't think the Zen has a chance in that spot. Nope. Like easily. I mean, you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? Like that ball hooks so much quicker. And that's a Zen. Like, and the Zens are cleaner than a lot of balls on the market. You just see in that same spot how much more the Wolverine gets down the lane. Scott Devers, that name sounds familiar. The one I think of, I always think of Brandon Novak. Every time somebody says I have awful form, I'm like, man, you think I have awful form? Go look at Novak, Brandon Novak, and the kid wins. He wins plenty of events. All right, I need to play around with my dart code a little more. Oh, daddy. Chad, I don't know if you're talking about the Brooklyns in my last title, but even if those Brooklyns didn't strike, I still win. If those Brooklyns don't strike, I shoot 250 instead of 270. So I still win. It's just the way the cookies crumble. Oh, boogers. Ooh, we can make this one, though. Hook a little more. Ugh. Now, this is 43 feet. It's the RPI pattern. It's not one that's posted anywhere. 43 feet, 30 mils. It's like 2-to-1. It's really flat. It's got a bunch of games on it now, though. I bowled on it yesterday. I put about six and a half games on it yesterday. I've got 6 games on it again today, plus there was some open bowling on it. So she's pretty beat up now. That's why now, actually, yeah, good idea. I need to go grab my solid bag. Go grab the solids and see if I can really see a difference with some transition now. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got, I brought three solid balls out here. We got 2 swag balls. Got the Idle Helios, Fantasy Days. Oh, I gotta glue the grip in on that Fantasy Days. I can't even throw it right now. Dang it. And the Swagger. So let's check out the Swagger. Now that we got some burn, let's see what they do different. This is where you can really tell a difference. I'm gonna go glue this grip in quick because the Fantasy Days is important for this test. Doobie doobie doo. Drink Bud Ice, but beware the penguins. Come on, glue. Go. Go, go, go. I gotta pee. All right, there we go. All right, we got some glue. Oops, glued my thumb to the ball. Oops. All right, threw the swagger there. Oh, let's check out the Fantasy Days in the same area. Should hook more, hopefully. Yeah. So swagger. So, and the reason why they look like they're hooking less than what they did yesterday, for anybody that was watching yesterday, is because of all the burn on the lanes. So now they're actually using up more energy to give you the illusion they're going straighter. Whereas yesterday they were hooking and continuing to hook because it was fresh conditions, preserving some energy down lane. So now, idle Helios in the same spot should flat 10. Well, we got it right, but that's about right. It is the cleaner solid. I think either of the other two strike from there or get back from there. The idle's just cleaner. Let's try that idle again from there. Shut that one down. See, and I think that's, so this one is doing a better job preserving energy. That's why it looks like it's hooking more. And when I say better job, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing. Let's see how they do further left. So I'm going to go to where that Wolverine looked really good. Let's see what Fantasy Days does there. Oh, gosh. Big difference. No, Jake, it's not a normal thing. This is actually only like the second time I've ever actually put a sport shot out here since I've been here in March. Just because this is a bigger event, I really needed to, and there hasn't been any tournaments really going on other than that last event I bowled and lost to Smallwood in the finals a couple weeks ago. There hasn't been much going on, so I wanted to make sure I just saw something a little flatter before I go out to Vegas next week. So, yeah, it's not a normal thing. Normally, I'm just practicing on burned up league patterns and all that. So, again, that's why whenever I hear somebody complain that their center won't put out something tough for them to practice on, I don't think it's necessary. I think you need to focus more about understanding your bowling balls and paying attention to your physical game. Because if you can't repeat shots, what's it matter what you're bowling on? Honestly. All right, I'm going to try where that ball struck before. See if it was a fluke. Maybe a little bit of a fluke. That one overhooked. We'll find out for sure if the swagger overhooked. Maybe it just needed a shot. I mean, there's a lot of times when I'll just practice with urethane no matter what I'm bowling on, just to, force myself to try to get lined up with it, even when it looks awful. Tighten my angles up, and just make sure I'm working on accuracy. All right, swagger in the same spot. See if it was light swish last time. Oh, yeah, now it's hooked. First shot out of the box. These ones just blended too much. Now all of them are hooking. Oh, I suppose. But this is not what you would be doing. I mean, Let's watch, see how bad these balls are from where the pearl balls were. I mean, you have no chance of doing that with a solid ball because they hook so early. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take that idle or not. Well, I think I can just take both of the swag balls, and I can change the surface of one and make them different enough. I don't know. Let's see. Huge difference. So I could make one of them cleaner. I don't know. I'm going to get out of here, though. I got stuff to do. So we'll see you guys later. Hope you learned something. If not, oh well. We'll try again next time. Love y'all. Make sure you join the membership and all that. Support me on Patreon. Do all that good stuff if you love me. I know you love me. Even if you hate me, you can support me anyway. Do it in secret. That way, people don't know. It'll be fine. And I'll still love you.